So what do you think of the fancy intro, everybody? This is Robert and I driving. Right here, we're just out of Rexburg. So basically, it's a couple of minutes of Rexburg to just a bit out of Mountain Home. I didn't think even you guys would want to see the ride from Mountain Home to Boise. So hope everybody's doing all right. Kind of fun. Oh man, that is so very true. No, actually, this was a time lapse. Oh, Robert Riddle, you are a wonderfully funny man. As a lot of you know, maybe I should just do this for 15 minutes and call it even, right, Miguel, whatever the hell your Cuban ass name is. Anyway, so Robert is kind enough. He generally drives. He's a former drove for the Army, professional driver, good man. And as you can tell, he's good at it. What you can't tell is we weaved here and there on this trip. But yes, Robert, thank you very much, my friend. All right, we're getting close here. Just pulled out a peekaboo. Well, hello, let's go. Happy Halloween to you all. Yeah, got the wrong camera. Let me switch around here. There we go. It's a little better, a little clearer, a little sharper. Boom. Tonight, this show is dedicated to my wife, the good Belinda. Belinda means oracle priestess. Maybe it means good witch. I choose good witch. I'm so proud of her. She gets out every day. She goes out. At the end of the show, I'm going to show you a photograph of her dressed up in this. Believe me, she looks way better in this hat than I do. Oh, Michael, get over the video thing. You just, I don't know what it is with you and sound. Anyway, let's get rid of this hat. Where are we going to put it? How about there? That'll work. So as I said, tonight we're going to talk about why we need to give each other a break. Isn't that true? I'm going to show you a cute picture of my warrior white. I'll see if you can find the cat. And if I have time, I might show you a little bit more of some other photographs. But right now, I want to tell you that this COVID thing, I'm telling you, it's not going away. And it's going to get worse. Sorry to have to tell you that, but it's bad, and it is going to get worse. So what we need to do is we need to give all of ourselves a break. We're looking at, we need to lighten up. On Tuesday, I talked about loosening your bone, Wilma. We're all going to have to take this easier, and, we've all got COVID fatigue. We've got election fatigue. We got job stress for a lot of us. My personal income is off. Oh, man, it is probably off 40, 50%. If it wasn't for my good friends at Western Trailer. I did sell a piece, though, at the Art Source. I sold a piece I call Idaho Commute, which is a cool bicycle leaning against a wall in downtown Boise. So things are looking okay. We're kind of beginning to figure out a way. The good news is the death rate's down, although the number of infections is going to rise all the way through winter because there's just no way. Robert and my group of people that meet for coffee, we can't find any place inside where there's enough room for us to socially distance. So I don't know what we're going to do. A couple of the people in that group are old and don't like to get cold, so it may be that I think we're going to head back to even more isolated times. That's really scary. So here's the thing. You're going to have to give yourself and you're going to have to give others a break. I know I'm ranting a little, but um, you know, some of us maybe a little too much closeness with our spouse or our roommates. Man, it's yeah, we all my good friend Zig is on here and he talks about how, you know, you don't leave. You can go to a bar, but half the people can't get in. We really, really, really need to give ourselves a break. So tonight's gonna be a little easier, and I got I got to throw this one up. Now, my friend Miguel, saw me once dressed as a pregnant bride. If you ever get a chance to see me live, ask me the story about my friend Joe Brown. Joe Brown bought me a drink when I was dressed as a girl one time, and it's a good story. So it's a true story, right? Right? Right, Michael? Right, Miguel? True story? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So so there you go. So that's what we need to do. On Tuesday, I talked about lighting it up, having some fun. Ah, man, we just got to be easier on each other. I don't care what your politics are. I don't care how you vote on Tuesday. Please vote if you haven't already. I've already voted, which is good. Um, we just got to shake it off. We got to go easier on each other. It's been hard. It's been really hard, especially if you need people. I personally, I'm not really good at just staring at this camera. I did an deposition on Zoom last week, and it kind of would have been nice to see that lawyer straight in the face. It would have been even more fun. So we're going to see small crowds. We're not going to go to weddings. We're not going to probably have big events. We're probably not going to get to have Christmas parties or New Year's parties. So give yourself a break. Give everybody else a break. No concerts, no bars. Hard to get a cup of coffee even. I'm all for social distancing. Believe me, I do believe that we need to do this. I do believe that we need to wear a mask. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult on some of us that kind of want to do the outdoor stuff, the more fun stuff, the be out and about. So here it is. Wear your mask, do your social distancing, but give yourself a break and give the other person a break. So, if we're going to have this COVID for a while, business is going to suck for some. It's going to be really hard on artists. It's going to be really hard on anybody who needs a crowd. So concerts, restaurants, theaters, plays, if you need more than 50 people to do what you do, it's going to be very, very difficult. So give those people a break. You have a chance. I noticed that the Boise Philharmonic is now doing a thing where you can subscribe and they will send you videos. I think it's fantastic. We are beginning to figure out some ways to maneuver through all of this. But for the time being, it's going to suck. Kind of catching my drift here. So, if you get a chance, give a nurse a hug. Tell a cop you appreciate him. Call your mom. Yeah, definitely. Call your mom. Check in on your friends. I sent a couple of notes out in the last couple of days to old friends, people I hadn't talked to. Uh, Zig is talking about our friend Joe Brown. Well, you know what I should do, Ziggy? I should figure out a way to interview Joe Brown. Wouldn't that be a kick? I might have to do that. So, check on your old friends. Do that elderly check we talk about. Give somebody a hug. Tip if you get a chance. Those people who are still working, drop an extra buck in a tip jar. Maybe buy the guy behind you. Walk into a coffee shop or a restaurant and say, hey, here's $10. The next couple of people through, buy them their coffee. A little bit of kindness. Tell a bad joke. That's pretty easy for me. I'm good at telling bad jokes. Right now, a little human kindness will go a long ways. It always did, but right now, there are people who are hiding in their basement. I won't mention them, but I'm. It's getting harder and harder. It's harder to find a place to be as it gets colder. We can't sit out on patios, and our restaurant options are going to get better. Maybe it's time to do a little forgiveness. So forgive that guy down the street with the political sign for somebody you don't necessarily think you should vote for. You don't think necessarily anybody should vote for on either side, whatever it is. maybe, go down and give him a couple of cup, give him something, you know, bake some cookies, do some bread, whatever that is. Yeah, here's a quick little aside. So I spent the summer learning how to bake this wonderful sourdough bread in it's called steam bread. It's called pot bread. You cook it in a can't think of the name of it. I got really good at it. Then guess what happened? My wife went on a gluten-free diet. No more bread for me. Totally off the side. So, squirrel. So, forgive that. Forgive that neighbor down the street. Maybe go check on him. Forgive that old friend who maybe is going to disagree. Between now and the election and probably afterwards, there's going to be a ton of stress all the way through the country, through the world. And then probably even afterwards for a while. We may not very well know who won our presidential election. There may be some Senate and Congress and governorships that will be up in question. There's going to be a lot of tension, so lighten up. Do you meditate? I personally meditate a little. I'm not very good at it, but maybe that's what you need. Maybe it's just a matter of taking a big old deep breath and letting it out. That person that you disagree with is still somebody that's pretty important. So, oh my God, you guys are on fire tonight. I'm watching these comments. I'm trying to have a legitimate rant over here. You guys are just breaking me up. Yeah, Zig, that seems to be one of your solutions for just about everything. Yeah, let's throw this one up too. B's also right. After a week, no more political ads. Boy, won't that be fantastic. My wife and I generally watch Wheel of Fortune. Although, does anybody still watch ads? I click right through them. Although I went to Facebook today and the whole front page of Facebook is covered with ads. So maybe that's how they're getting them. Give us all a break. Please, give us all a break. It's going to be a long winter. Especially for those in the West, they're predicting it to be really monstrous winter. I think we're all going to be a little bit crappy. And, so it's up to us. Be the sunshine. Tell the bad joke. And now, even with our mask on, you can smile with your eyes. See the difference? Smile with your eyes, even if you wear your mask. Please wear your mask. So there you go. What do you think about that, folks? Look for the good. Take in a big breath. Let it out slowly. Maybe say a prayer. Repeat a mantra. If you're one of that sort of people, look for an affirmation. Tell everybody you're going to have a wonderful day. Yes, as Ziggy says, don't be a dick. Mentally send somebody some juju. I've got a couple of people in my world who are having some extra trouble. I've reached out to them and sent them a little bit extra juice. So, tell somebody's boss that they're doing a good job, especially in these times. Share an artist post from a Facebook person. Don't have any clues as to who that would be. Post a funny pic of your pet. Post a funny picture of your wife. Forgive an old judge. And here's the hardest part for some of us. Maybe instead of making that snarky ass, smart ass comment, you keep your mouth shut for once. A couple of jokes for the that I forgot to put up for the rant. And I just want to tell you, I want to thank you all. I do have an announcement to make. I'm going to stop doing Tuesday's Facebook Live, and I'm going to try them on YouTube Live. I know that's going to be difficult, but Facebook Live has shrunk, and I'm hearing from some of the professionals that one of the reasons that is that they have they've reworked the algorithm. They're not doing it quite the way they used to. So not sure what's going on there, but my numbers I'm doing about half as many people watching it as in before. So I'm going to try to go from Facebook to YouTube Live. All right. I promised some pretty pictures. What do you say about that? So here we are. A couple of pictures. Some of you got into the show early. So the picture to the left, that right? Yeah, it's backwards. There we go. Let's get to the right picture. Picture to the left is the actual photograph. This is an aspen tree, which is out behind my son's place in McCall. He's doing so well, he bought himself a fractional interest in a McCall place. And the one on the other side, that side, is what I did. I have a program that takes the images, separates out the colors, and I just love the way the colors dance. And if you'll notice, there's something kind of tricky about it. Look at the sky. Mostly blue, mostly blue, mostly gray and white. Gives it real nice balance and symmetry. That's pretty fun. All right. So I told you earlier that I am dedicating this show to my lovely wife, and here she is. I bet you can see. Miguel's not going to like it. If you look really, really close, you see that she's holding a cat. Here, I'll turn it down for you, Miguel. She's holding a cat. My wife is a warrior. She's a warrior princess. She gets up every single day and she goes into health and welfare and fights the COVID. Her job is to make sure that long-term health care, which is generally elder care, although again, it doesn't have to be, it's that she finds out that they make sure that you're always stripping out, Zig. My wife makes sure that the elder care places, what we used to call nursing homes, stay in compliance with state and federal regulations. And as you can imagine, those have been changing quite a bit of late. Ooh. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm gonna go back and show you that beautiful picture one more time.